Hey folks, Annie Betteridge here, and this is just a quick tip. This is for my team. This is actually for everybody because this is just a principle that you need to understand if you want to be successful in this industry. It doesn't really matter what business you want to pursue. And you'll see my dogs probably walking in and out behind me. But I had a couple of interesting experiences that one of them happened yesterday. The other one happened about a week ago. And as I was comparing those two experiences, I was just reflecting on them, and I thought, that principle, the principle of being polite and being nice, is really important in this industry, and just some people don't get that. And so I just want to show you these two experiences that I had, and help you to see the value of being polite, just being nice to everybody. And so the first experience happened yesterday. I was actually prospected by someone. They called me on my business line, and they had gotten my number. Who knows how my number circulates. But it wasn't the first time that somebody had called me prospecting me for their business. But I'm always very polite, and I told this woman, she asked me if I was still interested in working from home, and I told her, well, actually I'm working from home now and I'm very happy with what I do, but thank you for calling. And she said, so what you're saying is you don't need any more money. And so she's getting a little bit snippy with me. So I said, if my number ended up on your list, it might have been an error, or it might have been an old list, because I really am happy with what I'm doing right now, but thank you very much for calling me. And she persisted. She said, so what you're saying to me is you are so rich that you don't need any more money. And she started really she started raising her voice. And I just said the same thing again and thanked her for her time. And then I hung up the phone because that conversation wasn't going to go anywhere. And I could tell that she didn't have very good manners. And then I was thinking about an experience that I had myself, the way that I was feeling. About a week ago, I was doing a training, and I woke up in the morning and I was feeling just terrible. Sickness had been kind of circulating around my house. Some of my kids had gotten sick, and I woke up and I was sick. But I had a training call. I didn't have enough time to reschedule it, so I just got on into the call. At the beginning of the training, I let everybody know that I was sick, and the pace of this call might be a little slower than in the past. And but it was amazing. The training just flew by, and I felt great during the whole training. And I even got a couple of emails afterwards, people saying, we're sorry that you're feeling sick. We couldn't tell that you were sick on the call. And I couldn't tell I was sick during the training. And then about 5 or 10 minutes after it was over, it really hit me again how terrible I was feeling. And as I was thinking about those two experiences, I thought, I felt great during that training because I love what I do. And I love the people that I work with. And I love to give people information and to hear their feedback and to hear their questions and to be able to answer them and give them helpful resources as they are embarking on this awesome journey of pursuing their dream of working from home. It just makes me feel good inside. It's energizing for me. And you know what? In this industry, you're going to talk to people that are going to be rude to you. Sometimes you'll get an email from somebody who doesn't remember that they wanted to be on your list, and so they email you angrily saying, sometimes they'll even just use bad words in the email. That's happened a couple of times, and I never respond. I never retaliate. I just remove their name from my list and just tell them, I'm sorry if I emailed you an error. It won't happen again. Your name has been removed from my list. And, when people call you, or when you're calling them, always be polite. Always. It doesn't cost you a penny to be polite. But, Zig Ziglar, there's a great quote that so many people have used over and over again, but it's to the tune of, if you help enough other people get what they want, you're going to get what you want. And that's where real wealth comes from. You look at the people that have just been incredibly successful in this industry. It doesn't matter what business, what their company is. The people who make a lot of money are people that are polite. They're polite. They have just a great way of dealing with people. And so that is something to think about. How are you when you're talking on the phone to somebody? How are you when you're responding in an email to someone? And just realize that that is part of the monetary system that we use in this industry. Okay, it's as important as the money that circulates in here is the atmosphere or the feelings that circulate in here. And so that is my $1 million tip for this video, is just be nice. It doesn't cost a penny, and really it helps you feel better about yourself. That's one thing that I've coached a lot of people, and I've heard time and time again, people who are afraid to get on the phone, they're afraid of rejection. Usually that has a lot to do with your self-image. And if you let other people drive your feelings, you know, like if somebody calls you up and they're in a bad mood, or they send you an email and it's kind of testy, then if you retaliate and you get angry back at them, then you feel bad. And usually that's a reflection on your self-image. If you don't feel good enough about yourself to say, you know what, that's okay if they're feeling like that. I know that I'm doing great. I know that this business is going places. Then that's something that you need to pause and take a look at. So anyway, I just had to share that because it really is a huge part of this industry, and it's not something that's talked about a lot, and it might not be something that you realize, something that you have heard, or something that is intuitive for you, but it certainly is true. So you want to be a 7-figure earner, you got to be nice. Be nice to everybody. Be nice to the person who isn't going to spend any money with you. Be nice, just as nice as you would be to somebody that is going to do business with you. You just be nice to everybody, and you'll be amazed at the rewards that you get, not just in the kinds of relationships that you build with people, but also monetarily. You will make more money if you have a better attitude, guaranteed. Thanks. Annie Betteridge signing off from Seattle.